Hi, it's Sunday night in my office. I'm trying to get a few things done, so I thought I'd put some things down on a video blog for you guys. I'm half in my pajamas, so I feel a bit like a newsreader. But it's been so long since I updated anybody about anything to do with my writing on a video, and I thought it was really way past the time. Life has changed a lot since I did my last video, which was around the publication of My Sister. I've got a baby now, and that is that's pretty much taken over my whole life. So time is a bit short. I don't write now for hours and hours like I used to every day, but I probably am a bit more productive. There's probably a bit less of this and a bit more of frantic typing. So My Sister's doing well. It's still doing well on Amazon. It's got close to 100 reviews now, so if you haven't reviewed it and you've read it, please leave a review. Amazon reviews, unless you're J.K. Rowling, Amazon reviews count. The really exciting thing that's been going on is that I've been finishing my second book. Literally, just as we had our baby, who is adopted. So it was literally from one day to the next. I went from writing like 12 hours a day and suddenly like, oh yeah, we were having a baby. I got my second book back from the editor at the same time. And so like 2 months of life just went by in a blur of being awake, feeding a baby, learning how to mum. I got there. Last week I sent the copy edits back, and so it's well on the way to being a finished product, ready for publication, which is really, really exciting. It's called Between the Lies. It's going to be released the 12th of July next year. I think as an ebook first and then as a paperback, which is different to how My Sister was. It feels like a really fresh, exciting way to publish. And so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how it goes. I've seen lots of people do well with ebooks followed by paperbacks. My Sister was a trade paperback rather than a hardback. Still hasn't had a paperback release yet. So really, I can only really gauge My Sister on how well it's doing by ebook sales, which are going okay. There have been loads of My Sister releases. So I've got copies of the book in Russian. There it is. It's pretty cool. I really like it. It's a hardback. It's great to see what I wrote in another language. Got a Portuguese copy, which I think looks really nice. The quality of the paper is like something else. They made a really nice product. And the US edition, which is called If You Knew My Sister. So you will find My Sister on Amazon.com, but I think if you're in the States you can't buy it. So you have to buy If You Knew My Sister. We could have a giveaway. I can't do anything with a Russian book or a Portuguese book. So is there anybody that reads Portuguese and Russian books that watches this video? I don't know. If there is, then let me know. Maybe you can have a free book because I'm more than happy to give it away. Book 3 is well underway. It's virtually finished. I can't wait to send it to my agent, probably in a couple of weeks. I'm just finishing one edit now. Then it's going to need another read through just to make sure I haven't made any major mistakes. That book doesn't have a contract, so that's pretty exciting because it's kind of like being back at the beginning of the journey. And when I wrote My Sister, I didn't have an agent, I didn't have a publisher. You just have no concept of how well it's going to do. Sunday night, it doesn't make any difference. When baby's asleep, mum works. So have a good week, everybody.